Okay, everybody, it is me, Gregory Mannarino, and this is my lovely post-market wrap-up, December 8th, 2020, another record-setting day on Wall Street. The S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, yet again, my lovely friends, yet again, hit new record highs. Now, hold on a second. Come in close. I'm going to say this quietly because I don't want anyone else to hear, just you and me. The market's going higher, even higher from here. Shh. Let's keep that between you and me, okay? Let's not let this get out. And I'm not kidding. I've been explaining to all of you for a very long time, despite naysayers, throngs of people telling me how wrong I am, that the stock market is topped out, it's going down, we're going to crash. Every time, without exception, they're wrong. And I'm telling you here one more time, the stock market's going up higher. It's floating on oceans and oceans of debt with a tidal wave of more debt about to hit. You understand? And that includes the demise of the dollar in its current form. There's just no doubt about it. So yes, record highs for Wall Street today. Let's talk about a few other things here. Cryptocurrencies fell under pressure today. Lovely. Silver fell under pressure today, which means you need to own more silver. Let them play their games. We're going to play ours. Gold put on a gain, kind of bucking the trend there. Dollar put on a little bit of a gain. That's more than likely why silver probably fell under pressure. Silver is a lot more volatile. Well, we don't even have a real market when it comes to gold and silver. You all know that's JP Morgan. It's JP Morgan. Period. The end. They are the number one rigger of metals on the face of the earth. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows. But nothing gets done. Well, you see, when you're the largest bank on the planet by assets, you can literally do anything. The rules do not apply to you. Sure, maybe a fine here, maybe a fine there. All simply the cost of business. And it's just disgusting in my view. 10-year yield 0.92. Crude oil finished slightly lower. That's the story. But the setup here is for the market to go up higher and higher and higher until it doesn't. You understand? Until it doesn't. And we don't care. If you're one of these people that has to sit here and overthink the market, oh, it's going down, it's going to crash tomorrow, you're listening to some other imbecile channel out there trying to tell you to short the market, telling you the market's going to crash tomorrow. I know there's a lot of so-called market experts out here on some pretty big YouTube channels. I don't know what's wrong with these people. They are getting decimated, destroyed if they're short the market, and they're unfortunately causing people to lose all kinds of cash. Me? Nope. I've kept all of you on the right side of this for years upon freaking years, and I will continue to do the same thing. This twisted, sick environment it's a once in a lifetime, and we need to make it work for us because believe me, there are forces out here that want you to lose. Maybe that's what these other YouTube channels I'm talking about really want. They want you to lose. They've consistently put you on the wrong side of things. I think you know who I'm talking about. There's a couple of them out here, and it's just unbelievable. All right, look, so with that said, what I would like to do is a blow by blow. Yeah. Lots of stuff happened today. So I'm going to give you a really good piece of news. Are you ready for it? The FDA, I'm just filled with, I don't know what I'm filled with, but I'm filled with something. The FDA confirms, are you ready, the safety of the Pfizer vaccine. Oh, I'm just filled with such relief. I can breathe. Give me a minute. Oh, wasn't it the FAA? Yeah. Let's see. The FDA. Do you trust the FDA? Well, I don't know. It was the FAA who confirmed that it was the Boeing death jet that was safe. It was the best thing to happen to the world of transportation. And three planes went down, killing hundreds of people. So I don't know, FDA, FAA, FUCK. I don't really know. But I wouldn't put too much faith in the FDA or the FAA, maybe an FUCK, but what do I know? Let's move forward here a little bit. And seriously, do you think that the FDA or the FAA has your best interest in mind? I would bet no. Okay. Now, how about this one? This is the New York Times. It does make sense, but I just want to read this to you. This is them. Vaccinated people are going to be silent spreaders of the virus, so be careful being around them if they're not wearing a mask. These people can keep circulating the virus in their communities, putting others at risk. I think you should know that. Now, of course, we have the back and forth charade that is being played on the American people. You got McConnell, you got Pelosi. I mean, you want to talk about two freaks of the highest freak order? Whatever the highest order of freaks are, that's what these two are. I think they get it on. I really do. Could you imagine the offspring of what it would, the hideous thing that would be produced? Anyway, let me read this to you. This is McConnell. We have seen some hopeful signs of engagement regarding a stimulus deal, but we have no reason to think the underlying disagreements about policy are going to evaporate overnight. Mr. McConnell, you hideous looking thing, are you even human? This is going on, let's see, it's going to be 9 months, duh. But we understand. We know what's going on here. You are dragging this thing out because you want the middle class to die. You want them to die, and they're pretty much there. They are pretty much there. Okay, now let's talk about this one. You know what? Maybe I'm wrong. On the scale of freaks, Steve Mnuchin he's in a world by himself. He's up there with the aliens. He's beyond the aliens. I'm not saying aliens are freaks. I don't know any aliens. I really don't. From other worlds. But I think Steve Mnuchin actually may be an alien from another world. I don't know, some kind of an evil one. Because here's the deal. We understand that recently Steve Mnuchin decided to cut some of the Federal Reserve's lending facilities. A lending facility. What is that, like a building you go into? It's like a facility, and you can go to the facility and you can get things to help facilitate what you're trying to do. Is that how it works? Look, here's the deal with this dude, this thing known as Steve Mnuchin, the creature, okay? He said specifically, oh, don't worry that I'm cutting the Federal Reserve's programs here because we, the Treasury, have $750 million ready to deploy to U.S. small businesses to help them out. Well, it appears that small businesses are trying to obtain some of this capital that Steve Mnuchin says he has ready to deploy. Unfortunately, they're running into a brick wall, and they can't get any. I wonder what Steve Mnuchin is really planning on doing with the $750 million that he said specifically he has for this purpose. Let me ask you a hypothetical. Sometime in the future, Steve Mnuchin, he's homeless. He's addicted to crack. He's on the street, and he comes over to you wearing a ragged suit and tie, asking you for some money. How would you respond to Steve Mnuchin, now homeless and addicted to crack? I really want to hear your take on how you would deal with Steve Mnuchin, homeless and addicted to crack. I can't even say what I would do here. because I would probably get arrested. I probably will anyway. Let's move forward here. Now, FDA says Pfizer COVID vaccine provides some protection after its first dose. Provides some. Now, let me ask you, after this first dose, how many more doses are you expecting for it to achieve its supposed 95% effective rate? Interesting, isn't it? You might want to think about that. I'm sure there's going to be a series of vaccines. That does happen. There are certain vaccines that do require a series, like hepatitis B. You need a series of vaccines. You may need a series of these, but I don't know. I just don't like it. And I love the way they say that. Provides some protection. But make sure, you can still become a super spreader. They're going to lock you up. See, that's maybe, I don't know, maybe they're going to do that. They're going to inject you. Now they're going to call you a silent super spreader, and they're going to put you in a leper colony or whatever colony they would call you, a COVID colony. I have no idea, with like super spreaders. I have no idea, because that's how twisted this whole environment is. But it gets even more twisted as we move forward here. Here. Let's talk about this Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. This is a study here. I'm just going to read this to you. Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine is safe and effective. Researchers are confirming this. Are these aliens too from another planet? I don't know, because the study showed an average effectiveness of 70%. Great. Fantastic. Roll up your sleeve. Okay. Let's move forward. Oh, this scared me a little bit. Now, I want to talk about this. As you know, I've been explaining to you, and in fact, I started off this video with, and I told you a little secret. You remember what it was? Markets going higher. Markets going up. You remember I told you that little secret? Well, here we go. And this spooks me a little bit, because you know how I feel about JP Morgan. Well, here's JP Morgan. We are in the middle of a bull market, and a buying opportunity could come soon. You see, generally I say do the opposite of what these organizations are telling you to do, but here I have to agree with this FReaKsHoW bank. You understand? JP Morgan is one of the banks that offered me a job twice. 2 times I turned them down. And I will turn them down 3, and probably 4 or 5 if they decide to call me again. Let us move forward, my lovely friends. Okay. I want to say this to my lovely lions out here, because we were in another trade today and we did well. I said to my lions out here, what is your job as a trader? It's only one thing, and that is to pull profits. Remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and what happens to pigs? You fill in the blank. Bulls make money, bears make money. And I want you to tell me and everybody else what happens to pigs. Don't be a pig. All right. Now, you know what? I'm going to close out of this. I think I've had enough fun with that. Actually, I'll be honest with you. There's really not too much more to say, other than we are living in a freak show. More so, I don't think there's been anything like this freak show. This is something new. We have characters. We have Pelosi. We got McConnell. We got Mnuchin. What are they? We got the Federal Reserve, which we know for a fact none of them are human. There's something else going on over there. They're literally taking over the world, fulfilling their end game to be the lender and buyer of last resort. And that's why this market's going to continue to go higher. Easy money, more easy money. So the dollar being destroyed in its current form, to issue in a new system, a new paradigm, a whole new set of rules created and overseen by the FReaKsHoW. You understand? It really is. It's that freaking bad. All right, look, I'm out of here. Kind of a long video. This guy here loves you a lot. I mean that. Please share the video. Get it out there. And if you have not had the time, answer some of the questions I asked you here. in this particular video. I would love to hear from you. I will read the comments, and I'm sure that you and I are seeing eye to eye. Remember, do not share the secret that I told you earlier. That's between you and me. Out of here.